Hey y'all, welcome back. Today we're diving into Washington, D.C. Not just the buildings, but the stories, secrets, and epic moments that shaped America. Get your snacks ready because this is the most entertaining, educational, and wild D.C. tour you'll ever take. Let's kick things off with the most famous address in the world. The White House, America's most famous house. Built in 1792, it survived fire, war, and countless historic moments. Every president since John Adams has called it home. From near destruction to global icon, it stands as a symbol of American resilience and power. Next up, where the laws are made. Okay, from the President's house, we're now heading over to the U.S. Capitol building. If the White House is the heart of the executive branch, this massive dome-topped masterpiece is the heart of the legislative branch. This is where the Senate and the House of Representatives meet to debate, create, and pass the laws that govern the entire country. Just like the White House, George Washington laid the cornerstone for this building too, way back in 1793. The plan was so ambitious, so huge that they had to hold a competition to find an architect, and a guy named William Thornton won. But building this thing was an absolute saga from the very beginning. It took forever to build. The Senate wing was finished first in 1800, and Congress moved in, even though the rest of the building was still a massive construction site. Can you imagine trying to run a country while there are hammers and saws going off all around you? And just like the White House, the Capitol got absolutely wrecked during the War of 1812. The British burned it in 1814, and the fire was so intense it melted the glass in the windows and charred the marble columns. But again, they rebuilt it, making it bigger and better than before. The original dome was smaller and made of wood covered in copper. It was nothing like the icon we see today. The giant cast-iron dome that we all recognize wasn't added until the 1850s, during a massive expansion that more than doubled the Capitol's length. President Abraham Lincoln himself insisted that the construction continue, even during the Civil War. He saw it as a powerful symbol that the Union would endure and continue on, no matter what. That dome, topped by the Statue of Freedom, weighs an insane 9 million pounds. It's an absolute engineering marvel of its time. Standing under it, inside the rotunda, you are literally surrounded by paintings and sculptures depicting the most important moments in American history. It's like standing inside a history book. This building is the stage for some of America's most important events. Presidential inaugurations happen on its steps, where the peaceful transfer of power is witnessed by the world. Inside, presidents deliver their State of the Union addresses to both houses of Congress. It's where laws that have changed millions of lives are born, debated, and passed. It has been the center of fierce arguments, historic compromises, and the very definition of American democracy in action. This isn't just a building, it's the physical embodiment of the idea of we the people. The sheer scale and history here are almost overwhelming. It's an absolute must-see. The Lincoln Memorial is a giant Greek temple honoring Abraham Lincoln, the president who held America together during the Civil War. Made of gleaming white marble, it's way bigger than it looks on TV. Inside, the massive statue of Lincoln is both powerful and thoughtful, watching over the reflecting pool. This is where Martin Luther King Jr. gave his "I Have a Dream" speech, making it a true symbol of freedom and equality. Next up, you literally can't miss this one. The Washington Monument towers over D.C., honoring George Washington with its iconic, sky-piercing obelisk. Built in the 1800s, it's the city's tallest structure and a symbol of perseverance. You can spot it from almost anywhere, like a giant compass needle. Ride the elevator to the top for breathtaking 360-degree views of the city. The National Mall isn't a shopping mall, it's America's front yard. Stretching from the Capitol to the Lincoln Memorial, this iconic green space is where history, culture, and democracy come alive. Surrounded by world-class museums and monuments, it's the heart of D.C., a place for celebration, protest, and everyday life. It truly belongs to everyone. Next up, the Smithsonian National Museum of American History, America's Attic, packed with over 3 million artifacts. From the Star-Spangled Banner to Dorothy's ruby slippers, this place is a wild time machine. It's free to enter, and every object tells a story. Don't skip this must-see stop on your DC adventure. Welcome to the Smithsonian National Air and Space Museum, where history and dreams take flight. See the Apollo 11 command module, the Spirit of St. Louis, and the Wright Flyer up close. This museum inspires kids and adults alike to dream big. Admission is free, and the sky is just the beginning. A must-visit in DC. The Jefferson Memorial is one of DC's most iconic landmarks, a stunning, open-air marble tribute to the author of the Declaration of Independence. Inside, Jefferson's bronze statue stands tall, surrounded by his powerful words about freedom and equality. The memorial invites reflection on Jefferson's legacy, his genius, his contradictions, and the ideals America still strives for. It's a must-see and an unforgettable part of any trip to Washington, D.C. The Martin Luther King Jr. Memorial is one of the most powerful places in D.C., a must-see on the National Mall. Dedicated in 2011, it honors Dr. King and the Civil Rights Movement. You walk through the Mountain of Despair to reach the Stone of Hope, Dr. King's 30-foot statue. The memorial's quotes and design invite reflection on justice, hope, and equality for all. The World War II Memorial honors the 16 million who served and over 400,000 who died. Its grand design, with gold stars on the Freedom Wall, symbolizes sacrifice and unity. Standing here, you feel the price of freedom, etched in stone, water, and memory. It's a powerful, moving tribute. The Vietnam Veterans Memorial is unlike any other. No grand statues, just a long black granite wall etched with over 58,000 names. Designed by Maya Lin, it's a place for reflection, not politics. The wall's simplicity and power changed how we remember sacrifice. Sometimes the quietest designs speak the loudest. All right, so next up on our insane tour of DC, we're checking out the Korean War Veterans Memorial. And guys, this one is seriously intense. It's not just some statue on a pedestal. It's a whole experience designed to make you feel something. Dedicated in 1995, this memorial is right near the Lincoln Memorial on the National Mall, and it honors the Americans who served in the Korean War. This war is sometimes called the Forgotten War, which is crazy because over 5.7 million Americans served. This memorial is here to make sure we never forget the sacrifices they made for freedom. It's a powerful, haunting place that really makes you stop and think about the cost of war. Walking through this memorial is like stepping into another world. The main part features 19 stainless steel statues, each one larger than life-size, representing a platoon on patrol. These aren't your typical clean, perfect statues. They look tired, they look cold, they look real. They're dressed in full combat gear, moving through strips of granite and juniper bushes that represent the rugged terrain of Korea. The artists, Frank Gaylord for the statues and Louis Nelson for the overall design, wanted to capture the tension and the reality of being a soldier in that conflict. And honestly, they absolutely crushed it. It feels like you're right there with them, moving cautiously through enemy territory. Then you have the mural wall, which is just as mind-blowing. It's a 164-foot-long wall made of polished black granite. Etched into the surface are more than 2,400 photographic images of actual soldiers, nurses, chaplains, and support staff who were involved in the war. These aren't actors, they're real people. And because the granite is so polished, the reflections of the 19 steel statues are cast onto the wall, making it look like there are 38 soldiers in total. This is a deliberate design choice, symbolizing the 38th parallel, the line that divided North and South Korea, and the 38 months of the war. It's an absolutely genius detail. And at the end of it all, there's the Pool of Remembrance. This is a shallow, circular granite pool surrounded by a grove of linden trees. It's a quiet, peaceful spot for reflection after the intensity of the statues and the wall. Inscribed on the granite surrounding the pool are the numbers of those killed, wounded, missing in action, and held as prisoners of war. It's a sobering reminder of the human cost. And there's a plaque that reads, "Our nation honors her sons and daughters who answered the call to defend a country they never knew and a people they never met." It perfectly sums up the incredible bravery and sacrifice this entire memorial represents. Okay, switching gears from war memorials, we are now standing in front of one of the most incredible art collections on the entire planet, the National Gallery of Art. And the best part? It's completely free to enter. This isn't just one building. It's a massive complex with two main buildings, the West Building and the East Building, plus a giant outdoor sculpture garden. The story of how this place came to be is wild. It was a gift to the American people from Andrew W. Mellon, a super-rich financier and art collector who was also the Secretary of the Treasury. He didn't just donate his insane art collection, he also paid for the entire construction of the original West Building, which opened in 1941. The West Building is the more traditional of the two. It's a massive neoclassical building made of pink Tennessee marble, and it houses a collection of European and American art that will blow your mind. We're talking paintings and sculptures from the Middle Ages all the way to the 19th century. This is where you'll find the only Leonardo da Vinci painting in the Americas, Ginevra da Benci. It's just casually hanging out here. You can also see masterpieces by Rembrandt, Vermeer, Monet, and Van Gogh. It's like a greatest hits album of art history, and you could literally spend days in here just trying to see everything. It's an unbelievable treasure chest of human creativity. Then, you have the East Building, and this place looks like something from the future. It was designed by the legendary architect I.M. Pei, the same guy who did the pyramid at the Louvre in Paris. It opened in 1978 and was funded by Andrew Mellon's children. This building is all about modern and contemporary art. The design itself is a work of art, with a huge light-filled atrium and triangular shapes everywhere. Inside, you'll find works by Picasso, Pollock, Warhol, and Matisse. It's a completely different vibe from the West Building, full of color, abstract shapes, and art that challenges you to think. It's the perfect complement to the classical masterpieces next door. And we can't forget the sculpture garden. This is a 6-acre outdoor space where you can wander around and see massive, incredible sculptures by artists like Louise Bourgeois with her giant spider and Roy Lichtenstein. In the winter, the central fountain is converted into an ice skating rink, which is super cool. The whole National Gallery complex is just an epic celebration of art from across the centuries and around the world. The fact that a single family's generosity created this place for everyone to enjoy for free is just unbelievable. It's a must-see, and you could spend an entire day or even a week just getting lost in all this amazing art. Welcome to the Library of Congress, the world's biggest library. This place holds over 173 million items. Books, maps, photos, even the world's largest comic book collection. Founded in 1800, rebuilt after a fire, and saved by Thomas Jefferson's personal library. The Thomas Jefferson Building is a palace of knowledge and art. It's a must-see monument to human curiosity and learning. Ford's Theater looks like a normal historic theater, but on April 14, 1865, it became the site of tragedy. President Lincoln was assassinated here by John Wilkes Booth, changing American history forever. Today, you can visit the restored theater, see the presidential box, and experience the powerful story firsthand. And that's a wrap on our insane tour of Washington, D.C. We saw the White House, walked the halls of the Capitol, and stood where history was literally made. From gigantic monuments that touch the sky to the exact spot where a president's life was tragically cut short, this city is packed with more incredible stories than you can imagine. I can't believe we crammed 15 legendary locations into one video. My mind is absolutely blown by how much history is packed into this one city. Every single corner has a story that shaped the world we live in today, and getting to share it with you guys has been an epic adventure. We've walked miles, seen millions of artifacts, and explored some of the most important buildings on the entire planet. I hope this video showed you just how much there is to discover in the nation's capital. Honestly, we barely even scratched the surface of what you can see and do here. This city is a living museum, and every memorial, museum, and government building is a chapter in the crazy story of America. It's been an unbelievable journey, and I'm so glad you all came with us. I challenge you to come here and see how many of these places you can visit in one day. Thanks for coming along, y'all. If you enjoyed this trip through DC, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more adventures. Seriously, clicking that subscribe button costs you nothing, and it helps us make more insane videos like this one for you to watch. We read every single one of your comments, so let us know down below which of these 15 places was your favorite, or if there's a spot in DC we missed that you think is a must-see. We might even come back and do a part 2 based on your suggestions, so don't be shy. We pour thousands of hours and a crazy amount of effort into making these videos the best they can possibly be for you guys, and your support means the world to us. Every comment and every new subscriber is another reason for us to keep pushing the limits and going on these wild adventures. So one last time, smash that subscribe button, turn on notifications so you never miss a video, and we will see you in the next one. Peace out, everybody.